I'm in another mystery European city to share my experience all about visiting Italy, Rome, Venice, and Florence. Amazing fabric shops, a few goodies to share, and lots to see. Stay with me. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and lately it's been about visiting fabric shops in other places, which has been amazing. If you saw last episode, I shared all my experience visiting Greece, Athens specifically, and Corinth. Now, the hotel rooftop where I was filming there was Florence. So I'm not actually filming these in real time because it's impossible without travel itinerary. It's quite intense. Location of where I'm filming is always ahead of time, and I'm showing what happened in the past. So now I'm in a garden outside of a hotel. Sunrise again, because the only time I can squeeze this in, it's like -3 degrees out here Celsius. It's pretty frosty, but I'm excited to share. Now, can you guess where I am? I'll give you a hint. I cannot make sense of any of the signs or the language at all, because in Italy I could understand a lot, but where I'm right now, it's not happening. We took a flight from Athens to Rome. In the night, we got to Rome in the middle of the night. So there was no sightseeing. It was just get there and sleep. And then the next day it was waking up in Rome. A full itinerary. Can you hear the bells? There must be a cathedral nearby. My husband had already been to Rome several times, so he knows the place very well. And he had an itinerary to the minute. Today we woke up in Rome and it's really early. It's semi-cloudy, semi-sunny. It's not that cold. It's like 10 degrees, which is okay. Same clothes as you've seen before. Maybe I'll see a fabric shop as well. If you know Spanish and Portuguese and English and then you hear Italian, you can pick up a lot. Especially when reading signs, I practically understand everything. What I can't do is talk that much, or at all. But I've prepared myself to go to the fabric shop, and I've learned how to say 1.5 meters, 2 meters, whatever. What's the price? You know, the typical phrases that you need. So I won't feel so lost when I go there. My husband's been here so many times. He even knows the shortcuts through random alleyways and stuff. I'm impressed. Right at the edge. And of course, I'm not going to throw a coin because I'm not superstitious. It's just amazing. We took some really nice family photos, and it's really chill before 8 in the morning. In case you want to come early, it's the best thing ever. Here we went through these tiny roads, and I was just impressed how cars can drive there because there's barely any space. Dragons or something next to the man on the middle. I'd never seen so much marble like I have over here in Europe. We're doing speed tourism here. We're walking fast, we're going places, and my husband knows exactly where to go so we don't, get lost and waste time doing that. Here's a beautiful fountain. No coins over here. And like 0 people as well. I'm on the side of the Ponte San Angelo there, and there is the Tiber River. And at the back is the Vatican City. Right there, the top is the Vatican City. We're gonna go there later. But how nice is this view of the river here? If it was a sunny day, it would be better, but at least it's great weather and it's not raining. Okay, these bells are going forever. As you saw there, we were able to go to the Fontana da Trevi super early in the morning before, I think it was like 7:45 in the morning. In winter, there was just a handful of people there. So we had full range of the site. I got to take all the pictures I wanted without people in the way, no lines, nothing like that. So if you all want to see that beautiful place, doing it super early in the winter, that's the only way, because A few days afterwards, we walked past there on a Sunday afternoon, and you couldn't even walk in there. It was so crowded. I can't even imagine how it would be in the summer. As you saw, I'm wearing my Eddie blazer again. I knew the weather was going to be mild again, lots of walking and 15, 16 degrees, lots of sun. So it was going to be a day where I didn't need this monstrosity. So that's why I brought along the Eddie blazer. You would have seen an episode all about that blazer a few days ago. Now comes the time to head to 2 fabric shops which were on the way to where we were planning to go in the first place, so we didn't have to go out of our way. Hacienda Tessile Romana, that was the first shop. Check it out, Hacienda Tessile Romana. It's a fabric shop. And to make it even better, check out what's there. A cat. Just makes cats and fabric, couldn't be better. Martin loves cats as well. Excited to go in here. After this shop, there's another 2 blocks away, and those are the 2 shops I'm going to visit around here because that's what there is in this area at least. Fare un film?
Sì, sì, non c'è problema. Prego, prego.
Grazie.
Vuoi fare un film?
Grazie. I just asked for permission if I could film, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes. These cushion covers here at the entrance look really lovely. Lots of cottons and things, but then check out these wool blends for jackets. I love this boucle. In a jacket with jeans would look amazing. Wow. Price? Yeah. Prohibitive price, 62 euros a meter. There's other ones here that cost 18, so they must be a polyester blend type. And then down here, there's a lot of flannels. This one is 48. This is super nice as well as navy. Would look amazing with jeans. This one's Esconto, 40% discount. This is Etienne Chanel. Wow. There are some ITYs here. I find pretty pricey. 23 euros. Pretty pricey. Made in Italy. Shantung silk, 72. I'll be shocked if I can afford anything in this shop. It's so expensive. Here behind me, there's some block prints. 100% cotton. These seem to be more up my alley price-wise. I see some for 15, for 25. I'm going to really look at these 100% cottons right here. Okay, these are rayon crepes. So they have that crepe type weave texture. They're heavier than the plain weave. And they're super nice. Hard for me to find in Brazil. And there's so many lovely prints. Okay, I've just been told that if I buy more than half a meter, of anything, everything's 20% off in the whole shop, which makes it a little bit better. But still, this is a place where I'm going to really, really look around and find one that I like because it's a souvenir as such. It's very pricey. 1,5 metri?
Un metro e mezzo, un metro e mezzo.
Yes. I found 2 rayon crepes that I really like the print. I really like this cotton sateen. Super nice. It's got that sheen, but it is cotton. It's amazing. But it's also 37.50 euros a meter. And the one that's discounted, I don't like the colors. This is a light suiting or shirting, I'm not sure. But it's a poly rayon blend with a Burberry type print. Really soft, really drapey. So I'm getting a little bit of that. I'd never seen that type of print anywhere. What a happy day. I have another fabric shop to go to. And I've really got to watch my spending because, it's pretty pricey over here. Compared to Athens, Athens was way cheaper. The man that's helping me told me there's another room. Oh my gosh. This will be the end of me. Oh, okay. These are the silks. This is pure wool crepe. Over here, really thin, really drapey. Pura lana means pure wool, made in Italy. Yeah, 77 euros. Okay, these cottons would be comparable to the softness of the Tana cotton lawn from Liberty. They feel as soft and nice, but these are made in Italy and they cost 22.50, so a little bit cheaper than Liberty. 100% seta, which is silk, 83 euros. Yeah. Amazing. These are fabrics I'd love to see right now, but I could never buy one. It's just too much. But if I could take one, this would be very high up there. Check it out. It's like buildings, black and white print, just like I like it, but 100% silk. This one is 97 euros a meter. So here I'm in a heaven of 100% silk. The cheapest one I see here is like 83 euros a meter. So yeah, it's not going to happen. Here I see one that's discounted and it costs 68. But still, it's pretty high up there. It's pretty pricey, but amazing. I mean, if someone has the budget for these types of silks, yeah, it would be awesome. But I'll just pet them for a bit and enjoy looking at them, knowing that they exist somewhere. They could be made into clothes if you could buy them, but I'm not doing that today. I did show you from far away while the man was cutting them, but I found these 2 rayon crepes. I love rayon crepe because it's a little heavier than the really lightweight crepe. And I found this brown background, which is not easy for me to find, with some quaint little flowers in there in violet and light green. So those pastel colors are usually not what I like, but because they're against the dark brown print that suits my skin tone, I'm okay with it. And this is so drapey and so lovely. This is going to be amazing for a little blouse. I have a lot of brown bottoms, but not many things to go on top. So this is perfect. The bells are going on forever. And then I found this other rayon crepe. I really like this print. I like the colors in it. It's super drapey. And these were prices I could pay. I think these were about 20 euros a meter, I think. I got 1.5 meters of each. I found how to say 1.5 in Italian, uno e mezzo. So that was my go-to amount. And he was able to understand. I'm always asking for very lovely people in that shop, just amazing. And then I found this Burberry-esque print right here. I think this would be great as a little light jacket. It's polyester with viscose, which is a blend I don't really see that much. It means it's going to be super durable, but it's got that softness and that drape, and I really like the print. And this one I think was 18 euros a meter. I also got 1.5. So I spent a fair bit for these 3 pieces, but it was okay. I mean, compared to the ones I saw in there that was like 100 and plus a meter, this was doable. Then it was Bazzetti Tessuti time. Now it's Bazzetti Tessuti, another fabric shop. I have about 15 minutes. We're on a timetable. I just asked permission to see if I can film here, and they said yes. So much eye candy here. Men's suiting fabrics. Wow. I can barely find men's suiting fabrics ever, and this has all that you would ever need. But I don't make men's stuff, but if you did, it would be amazing. This is 100% wool, but it's super light. This is the lightest wool I have ever seen. Oh my gosh, it's just the best thing. I'm getting another one of these wool crepes. So beautiful. And this wool over here, to die for. All these wools. Oh, yeah, if I had more luggage space, there's so much, to make Chanel type jackets, that type of material. Now, out of all of these, which one would I choose if I could pay for it? Let me see. I'd probably choose this purple one right here. The base of it is purple. It's got some light pink. That's gorgeous. I have a sewing channel on YouTube.
Nice.
In English.
So we will follow you.
Okay, this is another one I would love. It's got gray, white, and black, and it's super soft. I'm super happy because I was able to find 2 amazing fabrics I would never find back home. Wool crepe. They don't sell that where I'm from. Not even if I look online, I would never find 100% wool crepe. And it's so lightweight, would make a beautiful blouse. I'm taking 2, so I'm a happy person today in Rome. That shop was amazing. I think it was the owner there because she followed me on Instagram. She had the same last name, Bazzetti. And she followed me on Instagram. She even took my picture and tagged me and put her in her story. So lovely. And I found wool crepe there, super lightweight. I mean, I'm talking about lightweight. I've never seen wool in such a lightweight before. So this would be amazing for blouses, I think. And I got this. I showed this on the table. It's so beautiful. I don't know what to make with this yet. Maybe a skirt, a paneled skirt with lining, or a little blouse, something like that with 1.5 meters. I can usually get a simple blouse with long sleeves with not that many details. So I hope I can make that happen. And this is 100% wool crepe. I thought the price was amazing at 25 euros a meter. I mean, yeah, it was a great price. And then I have this one. Same type of fabric, just another print. So lovely, the colors, so vibrant. And it was just so amazing to find 2 things that I liked, that I could pay for in that shop. Because, yeah, there were designer brand fabrics there as well. Lots of suiting. Such a lovely place. A great experience. Okay, so where on earth am I now? You've switched scenery. I'm going to spoil and let you know what that garden was and where I was. I was actually in Frankfurt, Germany. So that's where I started filming this vlog about Rome, about Italy. But I still have things to say. And that morning particularly, my mouth was getting frozen and I felt I couldn't pronounce anymore. Also, a construction started right next door, some drilling, and I couldn't keep going. So I turned it off and thought I'll continue this somewhere else. I'm actually filming this little section, this talking section in another country. I'm going to maybe spoil it for you at the end. So I'm not outside. There's no place in this hotel where I can film outside. It would be my preference. I'm in the breakfast area, but it's at night. So that's why it's empty. And I asked permission and they said, okay. So here I am to continue. So after getting those fabrics, we had a bunch of things to do to finish up in Rome. Altar de la Patria right here. It's impressive. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I took about 5-6 extra minutes in the fabric shop than I was supposed to. Altar de la Patria behind me. And now we're headed off to the Colosseum. If I would have had 1,000 euros to spend in those fabric shops, and I'm talking about 1,000 euros in each of the fabric shops. Yeah, amazing, amazing. Unlimited budget in there would have been a dream. I think the locals don't like this building, but I found it impressive. We've made it to the Colosseum. Our tickets are 10 minutes away. We can't go in before the time of our ticket. So we're just chilling and sitting down for a bit. This is outside of the Colosseum, equally as impressive as the Colosseum. We're about to go in. How exciting is this? We're about to go in. Going up the stairs. A pretty good workout. I'm just always so impressed to be in something that's like over 2,000 years old. Like the quality of the construction, how they got it to stand until now. Now, that is not all, because we had also planned to go to Florence. So we went from Rome to Florence on a train, which was lovely. It wasn't that long of a trip, really fast train. From Florence, the next day, we were going to go to Venice for the whole day. So we didn't really get to explore anything on that first day at all. We went straight to Venice, and it was a day that was sort of foggy and misty, and it was not sunny. It was pretty cold. Today we woke up in Florence and spent a lovely night there. The bed was amazing. And after walking 30,000 steps the day before in Rome, it was amazing. So today we're on a train really early to Venice, and we're a couple of stops away. It's about a 2-hour ride on the train. And I'm excited to get there. It should be very interesting. I have one fabric shop planned to visit. I know where it is and all of that. So that should be cool. We're about 1 or 2 stations from the final destination, and you can already see the water, although it's foggy today. So it's not the best of views. It could have been better, but it's still exciting to see the water and what's to come in this gorgeous day in Venice. So there's a ton of bakeries here with things that are typical from here, and I'm not always a foodie. I'm not into that much, but check out this. Pescatore al pistachio and pane de doge. I want that one. What Martin wants is one of these cannoli veneziani pistachio. So we're going to get that just for the experience. So I hadn't been paying attention, and there are signs everywhere that says careful with the seagulls, and the beautiful little pastry I bought, I ate about half, shared with my son and my husband. So like I got a bite, and then this seagull came and took the whole thing and just ran off with it, just flew away with it. It's great to be in the winter over here because it's got a lot of space, not much people coming around here. This is the Piazza San Marco, and it's impressive. Like the whole area around the square is these buildings, tower, and the cathedral. So detailed, so many colors here. Paintings on the top. No gondolas. We did walk around the whole thing. We walked around all day. And I did know that there was one fabric shop there. So let me show you in there. The man that was attending there was lovely. I also asked if I could film. He said, that's fine. So let me show you what I saw in there. I'm in one of the main streets in Venice, and there's a fabric shop right behind me. I knew from Google, so I knew I was going to come here. But I didn't have to go out of my way to get here. It was just a long way. We were just going to walk anyway. So they sell ready-made clothes here, and they sell fabrics from what I can see. And right across here is another version of the same shop, but that sells really fancy cushion covers and curtain fabric, I think. This is Broccato Veneziano. Brocade. Fancy. Suiting materials right here for men. Check it out. This one is 50% off and it's $199. Wow. Pure cashmere. Check out this 100% silk. 100% seta, tessuto alta moda. This is 98 euros a meter. It's gorgeous. Check out the walls over there. These are behind the counter, so I can't really go and see the price unless I ask. I have a hard time asking for things here because I obviously don't speak Italian. This shop is amazing. Very expensive though. This rayon, and I love that print right there. It's 45 euros a meter. Aquí, uno e mezzo.
Uno e mezzo, sì.
Mezzo. This is going to make an amazing long sleeve blouse. Pretty simple one. The fabric is just glorious. I got one little souvenir fabric from here. It's amazing. I'll show it later, but I wish I could have taken. There was a wool, alpaca, and rayon blend over there. Amazing. But yeah, unpayable. So again, Italy, I'm not sure where the cheaper fabrics are, but I was not finding them. Very expensive shop. All the fabrics there, the majority were out of my budget, for sure. The quality is outstanding, and the print, I just loved it. So that's why I got it, and I have it right here. I love it. Look, on screen, it looks more pink. It looks lighter than what I see in real life. In real life, I see more burgundy and beige than you see magenta right here. The camera is not doing it well. The lighting is a little bit skewed because it's artificial. So just know that it's darker than what you see here, but it's amazingly gorgeous. I got 1.5 meters, and it's a really thick, heavy fabric. I'm sure I can make something beautiful out of this. I haven't really thought what it could be. Maybe it could be a shift dress. Maybe it could be a blouse. I can get a nice blouse with long sleeves with 1.5 meters, just making sure it's a simple style. So we shall see. Remember, I'm getting these fabrics as souvenirs. I will always remember where I got it from, what I was experiencing that day, what we ate. You know, that's my whole deal with fabrics and souvenirs like that, because I can always remember the whole context around the fabric. And that's really special to me when I'm wearing the garment and all of that. I love that. It's just different. The next day we did explore around Florence. I wasn't vlogging as such. I was a little bit exhausted. So I just mainly enjoyed the sights. Florence, super beautiful. So much to see. So many squares with amazing churches or cathedrals. So lots to see. And then there's the river with lots of bridges going through. We went to the Ponte Vecchio, which is a really lovely old bridge full of shops, sort of luxury jewelry shops along the bridge. So just sightseeing, that's all. If you've noticed, I don't wear jewelry. Lots of interesting things to see. There was a strange photo shoot going on there with a man wearing a hat like a boat. It was very interesting, and Florence was amazing. Italy was amazing. We loved roaming the streets. I loved looking at all the leather, although I didn't buy anything. It's really hard for me to buy leather, knowing that back home in Brazil, there's such good quality leather as well. So, it would have been a dream to buy a leather bag made in Florence. The gelato, amazing. We saw how they made it in some of the shops. We only ate pizza for lunch all of those days. Pizza a taglia, which is like fast food, but pizza, but make it pizza because they have it made there. So many varieties, and you just choose what slices you want. They heat them up, and there you go. You're eating in like a couple of minutes. We are not foodie people. We do not go to restaurants. I can't think of anything worse than going into a restaurant, sitting down, waiting for them to bring you food. Oh my gosh, I cannot. I'm just way too impatient to waste all that amount of time eating when I could be walking and sightseeing. So for us, it's always fast foodish. We try to make it as healthy as possible. But the pizza at Taglia, amazing. Just the best thing. Now, let me tell you about fabric attempts in Florence. I knew there were 2 shops from what I could see on Google, and I went with my son, and I did find one. It looked really fancy from the outside. Fancy. I thought, oof. So I walked in, and I always ask, and I even had a phrase in Italian that I'd used in the other shops. No problem. Am I allowed to film? I'll do it very discreetly, And the man was super aggressive, and he was like, no. And it was like, whoa, okay. I don't walk into a shop with a camera already like that. I have it in my bag. I'm just super respectful. I never want to impose like that. So with my son, we did have a browse around the shop, but the fabric there was on another planet because out of all the types, they had twills and silks and cotton tweeds and all sorts, suitings. The average price was around 350 to 390, 400 euros a meter. Imagine that. If you wanted to get 2 meters for a blazer, you'd be paying 700 to 800 euros. So I couldn't have bought anything in there anyway. And then the other shop that Google showed me, there was even reviews and things. We got there and there was nothing. The address was correct. I was standing right there and it was just an empty shop. So I guess at some point they closed, but Google doesn't know that and still shows it like an active shop. So Florence and fabrics, that did not work out, but you saw that I had a great experience in Rome and in Venice, so I'm super satisfied. Now, I said I was going to spoil where I am right now. This is Paris, and if you know anything about Paris, there's a certain area that sells certain things. I've been there as well, but we shall see that in a couple vlogs moving forward, because I will be back at home at some point and you'll see me back in my element in Cambridge. Don't miss out. Bye.